caliphate ISIS declared 3 years ago now lies in ruins. Its fighters dead, captured or on the run. ISIS ravaged much of northern Iraq, but their organized campaign to destroy, kill and torture left behind a trail. Thousands of documents, phone records and videos.
As ISIS retreated, investigators moved in quietly, combing through the offices of the so-called caliphate, like this one. Their goal, to find the evidence that would allow teams of lawyers to build cases against the men who directed the horror.
For more than 2 years, a team of Western and Iraqi investigators from the Commission for International Justice and Accountability worked undercover with Kurdish authorities in northern Iraq. ISIS had left plenty of clues.
Victims and witnesses.
Speaking to CNN on the condition we conceal his identity, one investigator describes the inner workings of ISIS.
Completed to this point.
In a secret location in Europe, evidence retrieved in Iraq is analyzed, links are made, and cases built by international criminal lawyers.
Although the fact of the matter
Bill
is
Wiley has worked for more than 20 years in high-profile international tribunals.
The big thing for us is with IS is to get basically electronic devices of anything with a hard drive, basically. And these things, because of obviously the capacity of a hard drive, holds so much material. There's a different deputy.
He founded the commission, whose work is independent. Its ISIS investigation is funded mostly by the Canadian government.
The key focus for us, or certainly in an international criminal prosecution, is on what we call linkage, and that's establishing the connection between the low-level perpetrators who are not ultimately of interest for prosecution, running up the linkage that runs up to the highest level perpetrators, ultimately al-Baghdadi, the head of the Islamic State.
The commission has 2 war crimes cases ready for prosecution. They're related to ISIS's assault on Sinjar, home to Iraq's Yazidi minority. Thousands were captured, men executed, women enslaved and raped.
There's if I could put it this way, a creativity in their criminality which I have not witnessed anywhere else. I'm quite accustomed to mass murder. I've worked in Rwanda, the Balkans, in the eastern Congo. So, if you will, mainstream, routine murder, torture, sexual offenses and so forth. Myself and my colleagues are quite familiar with it and never seen in my whole career, and I've been in this field for over 20 years. I've never seen organized sexual slavery before.
And ISIS boasted about it. This 2014 video purportedly shows ISIS militants joking about buying and selling Yazidi women. $300, this fighter says, but he'll pay more if she is younger. 24 ISIS leaders and members with links to the persecution of Yazidis have been identified. According to Wiley, the top-level leadership sets the overall policy, but when it comes to the day-to-day criminality, ISIS's governors are the key players.